Hey guys, I'm back. Decided to do the video this way, just cause. It's a beautiful day outside. No, it's not. I'm lying. I'm lying to you guys. I apologize. It is like oppressively hot. It is like, there are some places in the Middle East that are just hot and dry. There's one base that the military constantly refers to as an undisclosed location in Southwest Asia, which is ridiculous because there's probably, I don't know, 20,000 Americans walking around that base right now. But it is right in the Gulf. It's a little peninsula in the Gulf, and it is constantly humid, so it's reminding me of one of those humid Gulf days right now. Tato's out here with me. He might make an appearance. I want to say again, thanks to everybody that participated in the 5,000 sub giveaway. I had a really good time. I really, if I could give away a prize package to everybody that watches this channel, I would. Because you are some awesome people out there. Unfortunately, you know, I couldn't give something to everybody, but I have a lot more giveaways planned. Like I said with that video, I had collected a lot of great ideas for what you guys want to see in terms of upcoming videos and stuff like that. So I'm starting, you know, I'm rolling right along, and something that got quite a few mentions was CSGO knives. So what is it, Counter-Strike Global Ops? I'm not a big gamer, so to be honest, I'm not entirely familiar with it, but I do understand that they are replica knives of the knives in the game that you can use, and they're pretty popular. So I was asked to do some reviews on some of those, and I'm going to do that today. So I have 4 from 2 different companies, because when I did a Google search, Elemental Knives sells some, and I was also asked to review some Elemental Knives, so this is going to kind of 2 birds, 1 stone. Kind of forgot to put this in the beginning of the video. I'm going to edit this in. I forgot about our douche canoe of the month. The douche canoe of the month. I had somebody chosen for the douche canoe award, but after the giveaway last night, I have to say that the ultimate douche canoe award goes to whoever the asshole is that tried to fake being the grand prize winner. If you guys were keeping up with the comments, somebody put a comment up there that said, "Hey Doc, I am the winner of the bag," and it was the name Dakota Davis, who's our grand prize winner. Well, it turns out, and I'm glad that the actual guy spoke up fast, somebody just sort of forged the Dakota Davis name, because if you look, they have no profile picture, no profile information, nothing on there. The actual Dakota Davis that won, it turns out, is another Air Force dude who is stationed in, I think, Utah, if I remember correctly. This person has actual stuff on their profile, like if you click, there are videos they like, there are subscriptions on there. They have a profile picture. It matches the profile picture from the comment that was left on the giveaway video. So honestly, I didn't think there were douche canoes out there that were going to fake a win like that. Now that's something I know I need to look for, which kind of sucks. It makes me wonder if I have ever sent anybody's like winning kind of prize to someone else by accident. I feel like a dick if I have. The absolute douche canoe of the week, of the month, of whatever, has to go to the fake Dakota Davis that tried to scam somebody else's giveaway prize. What a scumbag. I hope right now you are fucking yourself with a razor sharp pineapple. You're a dick. So I ordered 3 from there just to get kind of a little, I wanted a folder, I wanted a fixed blade, and I wanted to test some of the different coatings out. And then I found a company that sells basically the same thing for half the price. So I got one from there just to see if there's a difference. So I can't remember the name of the other company, but I'm gonna have to put it in the text right here. So I had already opened this box because it wasn't marked as anything that I could tell was, you know, my knives. It says it's from Inspire Reality was the return address. So I had no idea, and the tracking number they gave me doesn't match the one that's on the box, so it wasn't updated. I had no idea it was gonna arrive today. But anyway, so we have this one knife from this one company, BA Incorporated. It doesn't really say. And I don't know, you want to talk about classy, there's nothing like sticking a shipping label on the actual box for the knife and throwing it in the mail. I don't know if that indicates anything about the quality, but we'll go into it with an open mind. I've got 3, like I said, from Elemental. So the way I picked these specific knives was I looked at the website and I looked at the ones that had the most models sold out, because each model comes in different color scheme. I figured, just my point of view there, the ones that are mostly sold out are probably the more popular ones, so I got those so we could test those out. So let's get rid of this, and I don't know which to start with. I think I'm going to start with this one here, because this I think is the folder. Oh, so let's see. Opening up an elemental knife, and again, this is my first one. It's got a Benchmade kind of look to it. You can see it's got an Access type lock over there. Let's get a close-up right there. It's nice packaging. A little felt sort of feeling inset. You cut a private community invitation to welcome you to the Elemental Knives community. Comes with a little cleaning care cloth, which is cool. And I'm going to be totally honest, going into this, looking at these designs online, I kind of automatically, my mind went to, these things are probably going to be crappy. I'm going to try my very hardest to keep an open mind, because a lot of you guys out there like these knives. I looked on the website and I couldn't find anything that talks about what kind of steel or materials it's made of besides stainless. So, big G10 scales over steel liners, right? Pretty standard. It kind of reminds me of a Benchmade Bedlam a little bit. Now I think the color scheme on this one is called Case Hardened. Right off the bat, I'm going to be honest, I don't like the fancy colors. That's not my thing. I don't know if this is how it is in the game. Like, do you find... It's got some oil in there. I don't know if you find them in the game, like, different colors like this. I have heard that you can actually go and buy different skins for your knives in the game to make them look different. Cool. So you've got a clip that you can do left or right side, but you don't get a choice for tip up, tip down. It comes tip up, and that's fine, because that's how I carry anyway. Ooh. I'll tell you right off the bat, just trying to close this real quick. Combination of the oil that comes on it, and these are very, very small little studs on the axis. It's not very easy, and wow, it's locked. It's stuck. I just got it out of the package, and it's already stuck. This does not bode well for elemental knives, as far as I'm concerned. If your knife is jamming, and you've got a stuck lock, a sticky lock, like right off the bat, you know what? Never mind. You know what the problem is? These aren't real. This isn't a real access lock. It's a liner lock. What the fuck? What is this? Alright. So yeah, sometimes Doc is stupid. What can I say? Okay, you guys can probably guess what my opinion is right now, looking at this thing. Why do you have a fake, non-functional access lock in this knife if it does nothing? What are you doing, Elemental? Alright, now that I know how to actually open and close the knife, it is pretty smooth. Can use a little breaking in. Again, that oil that's kind of all over it is making it a little slick, a little slippery. I still can't get over, like, putting a phony fake access lock in there that doesn't do anything. Why would you do that? Weird. It really does have the look of the Bedlam a little bit, though. Got some really aggressive serrations there, and what's interesting is on most knives I see serrations are kind of beveled on one side and flat on the other, almost like a chisel ground, but these are beveled on both sides, which is actually kind of cool. I like that it's got a big steel back spacer that goes all the way down the spine of the knife. That's cool. And it's got a good weight to it also. I like it. Centering is pretty damn good. So I think that with a little breaking in and without oil all over my fingers, this could be a pretty smooth knife. It looks like, looking in there, it's either Teflon or plastic washers. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to disassemble the whole thing right now. On Elemental's website, they actually give stats for the coating, which is cool, because each knife has, you know, its own coating and different hardness, and ignore that thunder. Whatever. We'll keep filming, even if it starts downpouring. Different stats for the hardness. You can compare different knives together. So, again, just for the first unboxing, you know, and first impressions, not bad. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought I was gonna open this up and be like, what a horrendous piece of crap. But this does look like, besides, I can't get over this stupid false access lock. Not bad. And actually, just from opening and closing it just a few times sitting here, it has smoothed itself out a lot. The break-in period on this is probably not going to be too long at all. Now, functionality, that's another question entirely, but right now, we'll test them later. Let's just take a look at them. So here's the first one. Inside the package, for the folder, is a sheath. I would probably never use the sheath because it has a clip, but it is just a standard little nylon sheath. It's nice that they give you the option, right? Belt loop, nothing fancy, completely soft, no rigidity to it, so that's in there too. All right, the next largest in the lineup. Let's take a look at this one. I think this is probably, it is the one I thought. I forgot the actual name of it. Of course, I'm going to put all the stats on there. This blade shape, and you get the same cloth and little private community invitation. I've seen this blade shape on a lot of different knives, and some of them have been pure shit knives, honestly. This one has a very aggressive combat-like look. How functional is this? I don't know. What I do like is that it is a full tang fixed blade, and I think it's pretty obvious they put this coating on through the entire thing and then put the handles on. They're plastic scales. They are not G10, but they took the time to do the anodizing or the coating on all the hardware, so nothing sticks out as different. And surprisingly, it's more comfortable than I thought it would be. I think that this is a video game combat knife, though. I mean, realistically, how effective or utilitarian is this blade? I don't know. It does look cool. It's got a good weight. I really like it's got some super aggressive jimping up there to hold your thumb. That feels really good, and also if you wanted to kind of choke up on this, I don't know if that's what this groove is for, if it's really just stylized, but I like that too. Little tiny bit front heavy, but overall, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I was convinced. I mean, honestly, I thought I was going to go into this saying, look at these crappy knives. This is not bad. You know, just from first impressions again, comfortable grip, nice weight, nice size. It would be nice if this came with, I don't know, some kind of sheath or something. Maybe it does underneath this foam. Let's take a look if it does. I don't know. It does! It does come with a sheath. Okay, cool. The sheath has a little bit of weight to it also, which I like. It's not just a standard nylon sheath. It's got a plastic insert, so you're not going to cut the sheath with the knife, and it's probably going to hold it nice and secure, which is cool. Other than that, it's just standard nylon. You've got one big old belt loop, and I've talked about how I'm not a big fan of these, but could be worse. Fairly secure. A little bit of shake in there, but the knife is held in. Now, this is a great time to open this one because this is the budget brand. So this runs about, I think, I'll put the actual price on there. I think on Elemental's website, this is about $49. This one was like half that price. So let's see if there's a big difference in what you get. Well, different sheath right away. This one comes, obviously you don't get the fancy packaging. So are you paying a lot for the Elemental name and packaging? Maybe you are. I don't know. This one is called Blue Steel. I liked it because it was called Blue Steel. Made me think of Zoolander. I can kind of tell right away that there is a difference in the quality, actually. If you look at them side by side, this coating is just, it's a really nice coating, whereas this looks more of just like a bluing of the metal. And you can see, I don't know, can you see? It's got a China stamp right there. It doesn't have hardware that matches, although I will say the black is nice combo with the blue. I don't know how well this coating stands up compared to this coating. This is also lighter. See the difference in jimping there where the thumb would rest? So, very, very similar. Oh, what is that? Thought it was a chip, it's just dirty. There's a few little tiny scratches in the coating on this knife already. I don't know if the weight is due to the type of steel, but you can see there's just subtle differences. There's the very kind of, what is it even doing there, useless jimping that this doesn't have. One thing I will point out though, and I want to get close to the camera, is if you look at the quality of the handles there, and I know I'm in shadows with all this, do you see the difference? The Elemental handle is very smooth, very refined, and look at this kind of rough work on the Cheapo brand. I don't know if it's coming out, but I'll do close-ups of all the knives too. This one looks like it's already been used and dropped and stuff. So yeah, maybe you really do get what you pay for when you get the Elemental versus the off-brand. But in terms of, you know, edge and blade, we'll test them out against each other later. We've got one more to go. I was thinking about getting the M9 bayonet, but I thought I'd just be angry comparing it to a real M9 bayonet and having a fake M9 bayonet. Like that's one of the tools of the trade. Don't mess with that. So I ended up going with the Bowie instead. And this scheme is, same stuff, it's called Fade. And that is interesting. I've had a debate with another knife about kind of fake anodization on steel, you know, and like that reflective coating that they put on to anodize it. I'm not sure how I feel about the looks of this one. So again, plastic handle. I don't know if you look at that. Does that mean we can unscrew it and take it apart and mess with it? I don't know. The weight on it is pretty good though. This seems to me more like outdoor survival wise. This would be a more practical knife than the other ones. Could have done a little bit better refining on the tip there. See that? I don't know if you can see it, but it's almost like when grinding it, they accidentally flattened the tip down a little bit. I mean, and that's not a huge deal for me, but if you're expecting, you know, a brand new, perfect out of the package knife, it might be. These serrations on the back actually look like they'd be very effective at cutting. I've not seen sawback or serrations in this style before, which is actually pretty cool. There's a definite difference in the quality of the coating on the blade versus the hilt and the pommel there, and it's shitty. It is a shitty quality on the hilt and the pommel. This one has a nice lanyard hole through the pommel, though. That's, I think, where a lanyard hole should go. I'm not thrilled with where the lanyard hole is on either of these. Right there, that hole, don't like it. I do like the weight and feel of this knife, though. What is that? I have a feeling it's got one of the do not eat packages stuck in it. Do not eat. Pretty secure in the sheath. Same sheath as the other one. It's plastic insert in nylon. Smaller belt loop though, so at least this one might not rattle around as much depending on how you're carrying it. I think I've said this before, but I gotta say it again. I was thinking I was gonna go in on this thing, and these knives suck. Quality wise, right now, they feel good. I still have to do some research, because they don't tell you, again, when I see just stainless steel and they don't tell you what kind of steel it is, I tend to think they're trying to hide something. Like we're looking at a mass-produced 420 type stainless steel. But we'll give it its due, you know, we won't just judge it off the bat. 4 knives from the CSGO line. We've got 1 folder, we've got 3 fixed blades. We've got to do a quick edge test, you know, right out of the box. Not bad. And since you guys are all into me shaving my arms lately, it's razor sharp. So out of the package, perfect edge. Part of the blade to try, there's so much of it. We'll start with this rear area. Looks like this one is not as sharp, not finely as honed as the folder is, but actually the forward edge of the blade is pretty good. Back edge leaves a little bit to be desired. We'll compare it to the cheaper version. Wow, that's actually a pretty good edge. And again, I guess the rear area is just not as sharp for some reason. They don't sharpen it as well. Maybe they focus more on the front portion during sharpening, but Edge out of the box is pretty good. I'll say again though, because I said this in another comment, why didn't I, test the edges on the knife box knives? Because the initial edge, it's nice to know how seriously they take their finishing. That's what that is as a sign to me, is do they finish their knives well? But the edge out of the box could almost be meaningless, because depending on what kind of steel it is, it could lose that edge cutting through, your first tree branch or whatever. So this is just showing the finishing of the knife. Okay, here's Bowie. I can't get this to bite in really at all to the paper. It's kind of weird, but arm shaving, not doing a whole lot either. So this Bowie does not come out as sharp as I would like. Some arm hair for you. I have to say that the cheapo brand right now, I'm thinking, comes with a better edge out of the package. But again, we'll have to see how it holds up to that edge and how the coating holds up over time. Obviously, many more models available on the Elemental website. The reason I picked these was just these were the ones that kind of spoke to me right away. There are actually other ones I want to try now. There's a Balisong, a butterfly knife that I almost got. That's actually on the list. People want me to do some butterfly knife reviews. There's a couple other fixed blade models. Not into karambits at all. A karambit, in my opinion, and this is just me talking, it's got no use outside of knife fighting. Like it's not a practical blade at all, so I'm probably not going to review that one. I might add some more, but what I want to do now is I want to get away from this bee that is clearly threatening me, and Florida has stand your ground laws. I will shoot you, bee. Go ahead and get inside and do some close-up shots of these knives, and then I actually want to start testing them out a little bit and seeing how they hold up to some actual use. Because, to be honest, I'm not sure if these are just for looking at or if these are actually for using. So I think Elemental, overall, tries to give a really good customer experience. They provide for the customers. It's not just buy a crappy knife. I think that they really show that they take some pride in workmanship and presentation based on, the boxes that it comes in, and everything has a nice sheath, and they have a community that they want you to invite you to. Obviously, to me, this says we care about our products and we don't want to sell you crap. First impressions, mini review. Just kind of looking at the knives. These are not like the pieces of crap sort of trying to sucker some video game fans out of money that I thought they were going to be. Especially looking at the off-brand compared to the Elemental knives. To me, there's a big difference, even though these are kind of showy, flashy knives. Some might say kind of similar to the way Knifebox would market the flashy, showy knives. I can tell that these guys take a lot more pride in the presentation, which speaks volumes to me. If you remember the Knifebox video opening, and yeah, I'll put a link to the Knifebox so you guys can all call me an ungrateful cunt again. But those things were just like laid on a piece of foam, not even packaged. They were rattling all around before I even opened the box. There was poor workmanship. These show a different attitude to me. I'm really looking forward to the part 2 of this video, where we actually test these knives out and put them through their paces a little bit, compared to the cheaper brand. For you guys that suggested I take a look at some CSGO knives, and suggested that I do a review of some Elemental knives, thank you, spot on. Cool brand to be familiar with. We're definitely going to see more of them in the future, and I wouldn't be very surprised if you see one or more of these knives in a giveaway on this channel in the future, because the truth is I have so many fixed blade survival knives from like BattleBox and everything. I don't need to keep these guys around really. We'll see what condition they're in after all the testing, but they're probably going to go to viewers when I'm all done. So let me go ahead and get set up to do the testing video, also to edit this one up and get it online, and I've got another video I got to shoot today too that's really cool. So, as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for supporting the channel, and keep hitting me with all those ideas, whatever you guys want to see. Thanks for forgiving me for not shaving today. This is my I don't have to be at work face. I'm going to take my spotty shaven arm, and I will be back again real soon.